Let's talk about some gear you should carry in your vehicle in case of emergencies. Well, not that kind of gear exactly. That's what I carried when I was a volunteer with search and rescue. What I'm talking about here is the equipment you should carry in your vehicle in the event of an emergency, so you're prepared. This is common sense equipment that everyone should carry. To begin with, no one should leave home without a spare tire, lug wrench, and jack. And the spare tire should be a full-size spare tire if you spend any time on dirt roads. The donut tires just simply will not hold up. I was on many rescues of people that were stuck out in the desert which did not have one of those three components. I guess they thought search and rescue was part of AAA. Everyone should also have a fire extinguisher. Even if you drive an electric car, a fire extinguisher is important because lithium batteries have been known to catch fire. And engine compartment fires in gas-burning cars are just too common. We carry our fire extinguisher on this side of the roll bar right behind the driver's seat, where everyone knows where it's at and it's easy to get to. Also, you should have a flashlight. We carry an old-style mag light, and this light can serve two purposes. It can be a flashlight, but also because it's so heavy, it can be used to break out a window. Our daughter worked for a Tulsa newspaper and reported on an accident where a river barge ran into the supports on the I-40 bridge. The I-40 bridge collapsed, taking with it several cars, and there were fatalities when people could not get out of their cars when they had fallen into the river because the seatbelt wouldn't let go or because they couldn't unroll their window. At that time, she got us one of these little tools, which is kind of a neat tool. It has a hammer pointed on each end, and then it has a cutting tool that can cut the seatbelt. Because we drive a two-door Jeep, we have to be very efficient in where we put our things. On the roll bar, using nylon straps, I have a first aid kit, trauma scissors, and toward the front, I have a stop the bleed kit. This is something we recommend everyone carry in their vehicles and know how to use it. There are excellent videos online that will show you how to use a stop the bleed kit, which includes tourniquet, trauma bandage, and other first aid gear. Above that, we have our bear spray when we're traveling in bear country. We use a plastic bin to keep our small items corralled. First of all, and very important, is a tool set. I keep mine in a zippered pouch, which is easy to pack and doesn't get lost. Next, I carry a D-ring, a 3/4 inch, a 12-volt air pump that we use to pump up our tires after we've been in the sand. And because I do a lot of my own mechanicking, I have an extra set of U-joints just in case I wipe out a drive shaft. We used to carry jumper cables until we started thinking, we do a lot of four-wheeling on our own, and jumper cables don't do us any good if there isn't another vehicle to jump from. So now we carry a jumper box. This is a lithium battery that's strong enough to start our 6-cylinder engine. Now, if you get one, be sure you get one the size appropriate to your vehicle. This will not work on a V8 engine. I also have various lengths of webbing, a folding shovel, and an old-fashioned siphon hose, just in case I need to move fuel from one place to another. We live in Arizona, and just like clockwork, in late summer, monsoon season comes, and there are many rescues for people that try to cross flooded washes. Sometimes onlookers will try and rescue these people by forming human chains. This is not the right way to rescue people. What they should do is they should carry what we carry, is a throw bag. This is a nylon bag filled with 75 feet of rope. And the way you rescue someone is you hold on to the end of the rope, throw the bag, and the rope will play out. When the subject grabs the bag, you can then swing them to shore. And this way you can rescue someone without risking your life. Now this is a very technical piece of equipment. It's a shallow water crossing stick. It's used to stabilize yourself as you're walking across shallow water. Well, actually, it's a $4 rake handle from Home Depot. But this little rake handle saved my life when I was doing a search in a flooded wash. I happened to walk right into some quicksand. I quickly took my stick and held it horizontal, and I was able to stop myself from sinking any further. Now this is a somewhat specialized piece of equipment. It's called a SAM splint. It's made out of very pliable material that can be made rigid. This is useful for stabilizing broken arms, broken hands, twisted ankles. You form it into a shape, and then you can support a person's arm while you take them to the hospital. I actually did this with Paula when she broke her wrist playing racquetball. The orthopedic surgeon was quite impressed with my SAM splint. I also carry a length of very stout rope. I got this rope from an anchorage, but it works great to extend my winch line. Also, because I have EMT training, I carry a neck brace. These are the items that we carry in our Jeep to be ready for all kinds of emergencies. You might have some other suggestions as to what you want to carry. But the important thing is you should be prepared, because no one knows what's going to happen. And if you're prepared and have the correct gear, you might be able to save someone's life. Use wilderness common sense and be ready for the unexpected.